What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you all so much for joining me for this being my Thursday night, 8 p.m. Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. I'm so glad that you guys have decided to join me for your 8 p.m. hour on this Thursday night, which is the 9th of April. This month is flying by. We are like a week and a half into the month, and it feels like it's over already. But anyways, a couple things I want y'all to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big white subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing. So go ahead and mash it for a brother. Also, be sure to click the thumbs up button for this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content I'm putting out on my channel. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the various topics we'll be discussing on tonight's show. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks here in these YouTube scrapes. I see Miss Genesita has just joined us. How are you doing, my love?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
Wonderful to hear. So wonderful to hear. I see we have 2 comments in the comment section. Can we get to those real quick before we get this thing started?
Sure. Hold, please.
Will do. Just real quick announcement. I do not plan on talking about Trump or the Iran war.
Thank you.
We're not going to get into that. I know that there was a ceasefire that was agreed to for like 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. I'm not getting with it. I will say though, there are a lot of Republicans that are upset about the rant that Trump posted on Truth Social this past Easter, or Resurrection Sunday, as a lot of us refer to it as. So at least they're starting to see it. I saw Tucker Carlson saying that, how dare you do that? I heard Megyn Kelly said something about it. I see that guy who was a conspiracy theorist that got sued by those people from Sandy Hook, Alex Jones, he came out and said that the 15th Amendment needs to be taken, which means, if your president isn't mentally stable or isn't able to do the job, then, you get him out of there, without his consent. But, it is what it is. That's all I'm gonna say about Trump as far as tonight is concerned.
Justin says hi. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Dustin.
Welcome. It is Thursday, y'all.
It
Auntie
is.
Robin says, hey, y'all. Don't know who Pooh Shiesty is. Only know Gucci Man's name. Dawn Staley is a queen, as per usual, as has always been. She is the queen
Absolutely.
of Columbia, South Carolina, and other states in female basketball and coaches. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Geno is a sore loser, and Trick Daddy is disrespectful. Oh, I forgot we have an AKA in the midst, honey.
We do. I was nervous about doing that topic, but we still got to talk about it, though.
And she said, what were those South Atlantic Soros thinking? Now, that's what the question is. Okay.
Exactly.
Auntie Robin says, no Trump zone. Thank you.
Right.
Miss Kim, hey, girl.
Good evening, Miss Kim. Greetings and salutations.
Did we say hey to Auntie Robin?
We did. I think we did. But if we didn't, hey, Auntie Robin, I'm so glad you're here.
Okay. Auntie's, oh, God, Jesus. I'm not here.
It's okay. Just slow down a little bit, girl.
Hey, J and J. I'm trying to get through it just for you, Jonathan. Miss Kim says, hey, Dustin. Hey, Auntie Robin. And Auntie Robin says, don't be sorry. I live in reality.
Okay, wonderful. We don't have to beat around the bush. First thing I wanted to talk about really quickly. Miss Kim gave me this particular story earlier today, so thank you, Miss Kim. So LeBron James was recorded in Memphis. He was on a golf trip, and he was slamming the shit out of Memphis. Now, some organizations were saying that he was talking about the Grizzlies, which is the NBA team that's in Memphis, Tennessee. But from the audio that I heard, he was talking about the city of Memphis, Tennessee. And he was like, for the people who were, I think he might have been talking about the Grizzlies franchise. Why don't you just move to Nashville? I think that's what he was saying. Unless he was talking about the actual people who live in Memphis and encouraging them to move to Nashville. I couldn't pick up on what exactly was the direction of that particular statement. But I saw Fuck You Not Even speak on this particular subject. And I tend to agree with him. Like, if you have a certain grievance against a particular city, and him being an athlete, he's been to all the cities. And if you have a negative opinion about it, or even a negative opinion about a lot of things, especially if it's a personal negative opinion, I feel as though, especially if you think it's going to affect a lot of people that live in that particular city, maybe it might be best for you not to share those feelings, because it comes off as, as Miss Kim told me, very new money nigga type shit. Like, it sounds like, he sounds brand new. Like, it sounds like he's entitled to a certain atmosphere wherever he goes. He needs this to be done. He needs it to look glamorous. It sounds like he's real uppity. It sounds
Let me put it in here. Auntie Robert says no, he was talking about the city, and he ain't the only one. He has been given more attention.
yeah. It just sounded so ugly to me. And I didn't appreciate hearing that whatsoever. I a lot of times have to say, a lot of times would think, if it's an opinion that the majority is not thinking along with you, maybe it's just best to keep it to yourself, because a lot of times when you give those opinions that may not be the consensus of the general public, then it's going to stir a whole lot. And so I just it makes me look at LeBron in a different way. I never really looked at LeBron in any way in particular, whether good or bad, but because I definitely don't watch nobody's basketball. But now it makes me see him in a different light, and it's an ugly light, and I don't like that, and I don't know if he'll be able to do anything. Not that he needs my acceptance or anything of that nature, but I don't know if he'll be able to do anything to make me feel any different. Jennifer, your reaction was obvious when I brought this up. So what do you think about this whole situation?
I like when I listen to I've listened to Funky Dineva about it as well.
Hmm.
And a person that has that much sway
Hmm.
talking about Memphis being, a place where there's a lot of African Americans,
Yes.
and talking disparagingly like about that. He even talked about his own hometown in Ohio, Cleveland.
Yeah, he said, like, I wouldn't even want to go back home. Like, wow. Wow.
So it kind of, and then another thing he pointed out, and I also saw myself, is like he's saying these things among a bunch of, Caucasian people, and
Right.
and it's not just mixed company. No, it's just a bunch of white people. Like,
Hmm.
so it's like sometimes us African Americans are reminded, or need to be reminded, of where people are. Yeah, he's a black man, but look at where he is,
Right. Look at his
and
status.
look at the company that he keeps.
Hmm.
It just does not look favorable.
Yeah.
He may like a whole lot of hip hops, and stuff like that.
Had a cool moment, dapping up Obama. That was cool to see.
That's
You know what I mean?
nice. But
But
look at the conversations he's having. And he's comfortable enough to be recorded saying these things in this company
right.
around. Um, yeah. Now, if he was saying that about like freaking Denver, Colorado, or someplace in North Dakota, you know what I'm
Or
saying,
Idaho,
or Idaho, or something like that,
Nebraska.
it's like, I think that's something that an African American fellow can speak on. It's like, why would I want to
Right.
be there?
Exactly. Ain't
Keep
none of
that.
us out there.
I mean, I'm sure there is some, but
Right. They're few and
um,
far between.
yeah, agreed. Um, let's see. Wait, see, now I need to. We talking. Miss Kim says inviting Trick Daddy to perform and expecting him to be anything but himself is really not a good use of your organization's funds.
Right. We'll get to that in a moment, Miss Kim.
Um, Miss Kim says Memphis is a beautiful city, rich in art, culture, and Black history.
Hmm.
Getting in the midst of a bunch of white men talking ish about Memphis is nasty work, and I
It
certainly
is.
agree. And I didn't hear anybody else talking that way about it outside of Funky Dineva and us. So it's like
Mm.
bringing up those points are amazing. Auntie Robin says, no, he sounds realistic. The accommodations that NBA players are accustomed to are not non-existent in Memphis. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
I think we need to get our expectations to the level of realisticicities.
Okay.
That's a new word for you.
It is,
Hold
definitely
on to
is.
it. Miss Kim says LeBron is from Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio. Yeah, not Colorado. Well, that's at Cleveland. Akron, yeah.
Yeah,
Sir, your city is not that great either. And he
right.
was saying that's what he was saying. But it's like you want to talk about where our folks are. That's anyway. And then think about it. If they take the Grizzlies away from Memphis,
What they gonna have? I mean, they'll have a lot, but they won't be as known,
they
nationwide.
have something. They need
Yeah,
to
they'll
have.
have
It'll
something.
be nice for them to have something. It'll be nice for them to have the bit. Anyway, Auntie Robin says, "Who among us have a have a hankered to vacation in Memphis? Most of the U.S. will go there if we have a family there. What else? What else is there to do and see? So, we are planning a cross country trip to Vegas, and Memphis is going to be one of the stops.
Mm,
Just to see the history, though. The history is certainly there.
yeah,
So I'm certainly curious about that. But I think you go to Memphis for the history
yeah,
for sure. But you're right. People don't just be like, "Ooh, let's go to Memphis."
yeah. I think people might go to Myrtle Beach faster than they go to Memphis. Might.
And you know what's crazy? People talk about Myrtle Beach so bad, but they be there.
Right. They all be there. And it shocks me every single time
And they
because
know where they want to be.
I honestly don't see what it is besides the beach, but you can go to the beach in Miami. I'd much rather go to Miami than Myrtle Beach, but hey, that's just me.
Oh, you know. Under Robert says, also at a point, we have to not give so much credence to what others think. This is true as
That's
well.
true. That's true.
But some people's voices reach way further than others.
Absolutely.
Auntie Robert says, and yes, Memphis is a majority black town, and we are our brother's keeper. But don't castigate. I don't even know if I've ever heard that word before. Someone for telling their truth. Hmm, I get it,
But
but
for us, the reality is he's such a huge public figure and his words have so much weight. And when your words have weight, people tend to listen a little bit harder to the things that you're saying. And sometimes they change their opinion based on someone that they look up to and say, oh, well, LeBron said Memphis is he didn't say it's a shithole town, but that's basically what that sounded like what he was saying. And so, people are going to take heed to what he's saying. So he has to realize his status, and when you have status, people lean in a little bit closer to hear exactly what it is that you're saying, and they take it as Bible, they take it as truth, they take it as, oh well, if he said it, that must be what the case is. So but some people don't realize that different opinions matter as well. So it is what it is. We're not castigating him, Auntie Robert. We're just pointing out what he said.
I got the pronunciation right, castigate. And it means to reprimand someone severely. Thank you for our vocabulary word of the day, Auntie Robin.
Absolutely,
We love you.
we do.
Miss Kim says the Obamas would never disparage publicly a city and defend definitely not in front of white folks.
No.
And that's
For real. That's for real. That last line was it, Miss Kim.
Auntie Robin says LeBron ain't save a hoe or town or city. Ain't Oprah from Tennessee? I guess.
I don't know.
Child, sometimes I'll be feeling like, man, Oprah don't count.
I get why you say that.
Thank you. Miss Kim says before they became NBA players, many have never stayed in a 2.5-star hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Robert says, actually, economic studies have shown that the economics of cities thrive when a sports town leaves.
Oh,
Really?
really?
I
I
wonder
didn't know
how.
that.
Hey, Lady Virgo. What's going on,
Good
sis?
evening, Lady Virgo. So glad that you're here, Boo.
She says, good evening to you all. Love you. Hey. Auntie Robert says, Memphis is a stop, not your destination. Now, that's for sure. Because we're going
For
to
sure.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Did Mama tell you about that?
she did a couple months
Okay.
ago.
You are you preparing yourself? Cause,
Sure.
cause I was thinking like, I don't think John gonna come. She says, yes, he gonna come. I'm like, he ain't gonna come.
We can discuss that later.
Ooh! Miss Kim says the Civil Rights Museum, Stacks Museum. There's an amazing art museum. Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's what I want. Unveiled Vibration says, did you hit the like button? Go ahead and do it right now. It's free 99. And while you're at it, hit that there share and subscribe button. While you hit, while you're at it, go ahead and smash that thing, please. Okay, thank you, Tyrone. You're so sweet. Miss Kim says the food scene is really nice. Now that's another thing that I know too.
Okay.
Um, a Lady Virgo says, "Hey to Auntie Robin. Hey, Robin. Hey, Miss Tammy.
Hey, Tammy. So glad you're here.
Bionic Hustler herself. She says, how about you don't? Oh gosh. Let me make sure I read carefully. And how about you don't forget where you come from?
Right.
He he hasn't always had money. Stop acting like he's above everything. Remember from whence you came. And I think that's the bigger story in all of this.
Right.
Because y'all would never hear me talk down about Columbia, South Carolina.
Because that does not sound like humility, what he was talking about. Like, it sounded nothing like humility at all.
And then trying to make up for it, like, well, you know, where I'm from, Cleveland, excuse me, Akron, Ohio, it's no better.
And it
What?
also sounds like you feel like you think you're better than. And I don't like that at all.
And I agree, Tammy. Yeah, because there's good things that came from where you are. Just
Mm-hmm.
because it's not L.A. doesn't
Right.
mean that there's nothing good there. And then consider, child, there at this point, I don't know if you've seen it. I might have like scrolled real quickly past it, but there's a whole video of fans of the Memphis Grizzlies saying "F LeBron."
Well, I mean, he asked for it.
Miss Kim says Bell Street, live music, and gorgeous murals all over the city. Ooh, got me ready. Um, Auntie Robert says I've never heard bad things about Myrtle. Child, they it's not necessarily bad things. People just talk down about Myrtle Beach, but some some people go every year.
They be out there
I
every
think
year for Bike Week,
I think
Memorial Day
people
week.
talk about it because they've been made to go there as like family vacation and just thought
Mm-hmm.
less of it. But I'd still go. Anyway, Auntie Robert says, I've never heard anything bad about Myrtle. My cousin called me the other day. She has a place there and she frequents often. She lives in Jersey. See, I do enjoy Myrtle Beach. Well, to be honest, I just like the coast in general. Um, Auntie Robert says, castigate, reprimand someone harshly. Thank you. God bless you. We learned today. Yeah.
What's going on, B?
Hey y'all.
Oh,
Um,
you sound like you laying down, girl. Should I
Mm-hmm.
not have said that?
ain't nothing wrong with that.
With this food poisoning, yes.
Oh,
What you ate? Well, you know what? You don't have to answer.
I went to Fin and Feathers, and unfortunately they didn't cook my chicken all the way.
The one in Douglasville.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I had to leave work today because it was terrible.
I'ma tell Tyrone. He gonna be like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I'm so sorry to hear that,
yeah,
Bianca.
we're sorry. I hope you feel better. You know, and I hope your stomach attack don't attack you for too much longer. In Jesus' holy name,
For
may you
sure.
wake up feeling marvelous.
Thank you.
All right.
Oof. Auntie Robin says, gotta get back on the word of the week. Yeah, please.
Mm-hmm.
Castigate. I'm learning. All right, y'all might as well cut the live off. Only 4 people watching. Ha ha ha.
Who is that?
Okay. Where's the block button?
Oh gosh, you watching?
Right. Hey,
Now that is
Hilarious.
thanks
crazy.
for the view, boo.
Thanks for the chuckle. Lady Virgo sending a wave and some love. Miss Kim says it's not about the number of people watching. Who is watching you?
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, I love us. Auntie Robin says, "Feel better, Bianca."
Thank you.
Veil Vibration says, "Oh no, Bianca." Oh, and he means it too. Oh no. Auntie Robin says, "Oh, I'm leaving rehab on Monday.
Awesome. So
I
happy for
know
you,
that's
Auntie.
right.
Back to the new home, sweet home. Praise God."
That's awesome.
Oh, that's wonderful. Miss Kim says, "Don't come for my people."
You
That's
better tell
right.
them.
Thank you, Miss Kim. We love you, girl. We love all y'all in the comments,
For
except
sure.
for the haters.
No,
Anyway,
we love the haters because they giving the views and stuff like that and gave me a good laugh. Oh, sir, you watch it too, baby.
right. You in the number, honey.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the NCAA championships took place last weekend. And in the semifinals, for the girls, on the girls' side, the University of South Carolina Gamecocks, coached by Dawn Staley, went up against the UConn, University of Connecticut. I was going to say hosted, coached by Geno Auriemma. And at the end of the game, even before the buzzer rang, Gino walked up to Dawn Staley. He shook her hand, but then he had something to say to her. And I'm sure everyone has seen this video footage. And they were going back and forth. It was an argument for sure. Who comes to find out that Mr. Gino was upset that Don didn't take the time out to shake his hand pre-game. Now, there was video that was shown that she did shake his hand pre-game, but he was talking about another handshake where in the NCAA championships or in those games, the two coaches are supposed to shake hands, I guess, in the middle of the court. And he said during the press conference that they typically announce that occasion over the loudspeakers. He also complained about one of South Carolina's players ripping the shirt of one of his players. Turns out that that player actually ripped her own jersey. He then, Gino, released an apology of sorts, apologizing to the entire South Carolina coaching staff, but did not name Dawn Staley specifically in that apology.
The
A lot of people,
Queen.
the queen, honey, because Geno Auriemma, I think he's won 12 national championships with UConn. He's not a stranger to the Final Four whatsoever. He's been there plenty, many of times. And a lot of people are saying it seems like Dawn Staley is going to get to that status or is on her way to that status. And so a lot of people feel like, UConn did beat South Carolina in the finals last year. Dawn took it on the chin, as a good sports person would. But a lot of people are thinking that Gino is just a sore loser, which that's what it looks like to me. He was interviewed at halftime or at the third quarter. He was complaining about the fact that Dawn be cursing out the refs and, how, so many like 6 fouls were called on his team and 0 fouls were called on South Carolina. Like, he was just in his feelings altogether. And he just seems like a really petty old man. And some people feel like, maybe it's time for him to hang it up flat screen. Even though he's still a great coach, he got his team to the finals. You know what I'm saying? To the semifinals rather, to the Final Four. That's a great achievement. But apparently, that's just not enough. But I'm so glad that Dawn did not hold back, because she was caught on camera saying that she would beat Gino's ass. And I'm so glad that, sportscasters and, news people aren't looking down on Dawn for having the reaction that she had, because she did not back down at all. She met his energy. Okay. She met his energy. And I appreciate that about her, because I think a lot of people would expect for a woman in general to just, bow down to the man who's, approaching them about the grievances that they have with them. But no, Dawn Staley stood her ground. And that's why I rock with my girl, Dawn Staley. She is amazing. And she is the reason why people, come to the South Carolina girls Gamecock games, and all the games are sold out every single year because of Dawn Staley and the culture that she's created at the University of South Carolina. So shout out to Dawn Staley. She's actually very close to a member of my church. She went to her husband's funeral. So she's such an amazing, amazing, amazing woman. So shout out to Dawn Staley. Bianca, if you're able, have you heard of this story, and what are your thoughts in general?
I'm glad she didn't stand down either. I'm glad she stood her ground as she should have, because he was way out of line. And I
Right,
can only imagine how his team is if his sportsmanship is like this. Maybe it
right.
is time for him to go ahead and hang it up and pass the torch to somebody else who is more professional. Because even if it didn't go the way that it did or was supposed to or how it usually go, it
Mhm.
didn't warrant all of that.
Right,
So I'm glad she told him she'll take him up through there. Like we gonna
right.
take whatever Cashmere, whatever his name is, up through there while you coming in here talking crap.
Genesita, what are your thoughts? I know you know about this girl.
Yo, it blessed my whole spirit. You know what I'm saying? A part of me feels like he thought that she was gonna back down. Okay. Let me try to. Okay. Since I've seen what happened, I have seen a lot of information on my timelines about this man, just Geno Man.
Mhm.
And he's been a hater all his life,
All his
literally.
life.
And he's been coming after female coaches, female basketball for all his life. Hater, hateration on the epitome of levels, the highest of levels.
Mhm.
And for him to come at our queen, I think he thought he would get the same reaction that he's gotten from all of the other female coaches that he has attacked so viciously. Um, I'm happy that she stood up for herself outwardly
Right.
because her reputation, happily, and I'm so happy to be on that side. Happily, it speaks for her for itself.
Mhm.
She's a great woman, period. And
Mhm.
then after that, she's a great coach.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I
So when she said, I will F him up, yeah. Yes, please make this happen because I want to see this happen. And I love how one of her one of her team came up there high five her to make sure she's good.
right.
I
I know
love
that's
how
right.
I love how her staff was like, hey.
You want to do that, girl?
Come on, but I will beat it.
Okay. I think Gino
Um,
forgot she was from North Philly. I think he forgot where she was
no,
from.
I truly no. I don't even think it's about forgetting. I think it's about what he has dealt with in the past. They've
Mm.
never come after him at that, and it looks like he's never had to give out an apology for him to look so bad to come after this woman when you're just being a sore loser. And when you look at the score, that was a good game. When you see a score under 100,
Yeah. Defensive game.
that was a really good game, and both teams fought hard.
Right.
And yes, you lost, but it does not give you credence to get your lost energy out on a winner. And yes, that I don't know who they got in the English department of UConn to write up this apology, either that or AI or something like that.
right.
But the fact that he did not mention, well, the apology did not mention the name of the queen,
Right.
it don't count at all.
At all.
Period. If you offended me, but you apologize to my family, you are not apologizing to me.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I really enjoyed that space and time, and it gave me more credence that if ever I have a space like that or a moment like that, I know that I am a great person that have done great by many other people. You know what? I will stand up
Mhm.
for myself.
Right.
And if anybody has a problem with it, oh well. And yeah, if I ever have to stand up for myself, I'm sure anybody would be able to see why, because I'm
Exactly.
not an asshole.
Right.
Comments.
Comments, yes.
Okay. And right after, I love y'all. Right after Miss Kim says, "Don't come for my people," Auntie Robert says, "Me and Miss Kim will take you down,
Okay.
even from rehab, ho." Shoot. Jonathan, I've been cussing.
You have, and I enjoy it.
They need a good cussing.
Right.
Okay, Lady Lady Virgo says to Bianca, "Get better real soon, beautiful."
Thank you.
Auntie Robert says, "My favorite thing about that confrontation is when Dawn said that she will beat Geno's ass." It's great. It blessed my spirit personally. It personally blessed my spirit. Auntie Robert says, Geno acts like he's one of the young ones accustomed to getting participation trophies. I guess when he wins, he gloats. I'm pretty sure. Apparently, if this is how bad he lose, but losing is so foreign to him that he doesn't know how to act. That doesn't sound like that. And
Mm-hmm.
she also says, and Geno probably won't retire unless under extreme duress because he will be going out real bad. I believe
Real
it.
bad.
Miss Kim says, "I'm not a sports girly at all, but I support women coaches and players. Dawn has Gramps shook."
For sure.
She didn't back down, and I think he was surprised that she did back down. That she didn't back down. I think he
I
was
think he
surprised
was
by that.
too. Because he
Mhm.
walked right on out the building after that.
I mean, all the way he kept it going.
Kept it moving.
He
Yes.
started walking and didn't stop walking. And what's
Right.
crazy to me, the horrible lies. It's like, sir, do you don't even consider that everything that happened today was recorded?
And he acts like other coaches don't talk to the refs too. Because I've seen plenty of coaches cussing refs out. Like, it's part of the
Right.
game, honey.
This
Get
is
used
it.
to
This
it.
is what we do.
And is he trying to say that he's never done that?
Come on.
And when old girl ripped her own jersey,
Right. I guess he didn't see that footage. Child.
or and I'm sure she didn't lie and say that somebody else did it
No, she didn't.
because it's all on camera.
She addressed it during the press conference.
Okay. Auntie Robert says the first apology was written by AI. The second was written by the PR department. I bet he begged them to write it for him because he is inelegant. Aha.
Yes.
And probably fears termination. I think, but even still, it still sound like the apology is coming from somebody that's still salty. Because
Yeah.
you can't just say the woman name.
Right.
And Miss Kim says, "Bianca, do you have some peppermint tea? That will help."
I don't, but I could show send somebody to get some.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
um, and anything ginger wise that helps regulate as well.
Okay, I
Mm.
do have ginger tea.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good. So recently there was a kidnapping that occurred. Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane was kidnapped, and he was kidnapped by
Do we still have to say allegedly or?
We could say allegedly, but the evidence is clear. Like the
I'm still
evidence.
putting allegedly down there.
Okay, please do. Go ahead, because we only know lawsuits going on up in here. So he was allegedly kidnapped and robbed by Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and about 6 or 7 other cohorts. So Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Mane's label. Pooh Shiesty wants to get out of this label. Now, Pooh Shiesty I heard he had recently been released from prison or released from jail. He is on house arrest, so he has an ankle monitor on him. And so Pooh Shiesty wanted to get out of his record deal. And so he called Gucci Mane and asked him to meet him at a certain place. I'm assuming Gucci Mane did not know why he was asked to meet there. I don't know if he asked any questions, whatever the case may be. Gucci Mane showed up. He showed up with his father. And Pooh Shiesty had his goons to block the door, had his goons to go get his black bag, took his pew pew pew, his weapon out of his black bag, and forced Gucci Mane to sign a release to get Pooh Shiesty out of this record deal.
My Lord.
Gucci Mane signed the lease, signed the release. Turns out he didn't put the date on it, so he had to put the date on it. And then Pooh Shiesty proceeded to rob Gucci Mane, to rob all the people that came with Gucci Mane, and they proceeded as well to, as Jennifer put it last Saturday, to post their loot on Instagram.
Their booty.
Their booty on Instagram. I was going to make a joke about myself, but I'm not going to do that. Not today. Anyways, because I ain't going to put myself on blast like that, as I've already done in the past. But anyway, so Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 were arrested for this. When you got an ankle monitor on you, and apparently his probation officer called him when they found that he was not at home because he's supposed to be on house arrest, and he said that he had a recreation excuse from someone else. Like, I've never heard of somebody on house arrest being given permission to leave their home. I mean, I guess, for some occasions, maybe they have to go to work, they're able to go to work or whatever the case might be. I assume some are able to go to church if they want to go to church, but this recreation thing, I've never heard of a recreational excuse to be off of house arrest. But anyways.
But even if that's the case, you still have to ask for permission.
Exactly. And Gucci Mane heard that phone conversation and said, well, if you want to reschedule, we can reschedule. Pooh Shiesty said, nah, it ain't happening. When you get to a certain level, you got to leave the streets alone. Like, you really got to leave the streets behind you. And when thank you, Jennifer, for sending me the TikToks, explaining everything that happened. It really helped me out for sure, for this introduction to the story. I was thinking Gucci Mane's wife would never allow him to get back in these streets like that. Like, I don't think she's a good enough woman that knows that her man is a millionaire now. I'll go ahead and say he's better than that. And he has been doing better than that for sure. Since he got out of prison, and had his whole glow up. Because when I tell you, I would not have looked at Gucci Mane even once before he had gotten out of prison. But when he came out and he had the beard and the tattoo, lost a little weight. Okay. But anyways, that shout out to Gucci Mane.
Well, he's not only is he married, he's older.
Right, and wiser.
Older and wiser people don't do foolishness.
Right.
You have something to live for. You got kids and a good wife. Things are good. Money's good.
Right.
Why would I jeopardize that?
Why? And for you to be conducting yourself in such a way that's clearly beneath you, it's ridiculous. I understand how record contracts go. I really do. They're all shitty. I don't know of any record contract that is a good contract unless you're negotiating that. I heard that, Janet Jackson had one of the biggest record contracts back in the 90s before her Janet album, I believe it was, with Virgin Records. Mariah Carey did something similar, but that's after they were already big stars. But when you start out as Pooh Shiesty is, because I don't know not one Pooh Shiesty song, not I don't know any of them, but when you start out in the record business, that record contract's gonna be whack, wiggity whack. That's why there are so many independent artists out here, because it's a lot easier and more profitable for do all the things by themselves. So,
not a lot easier.
Well, not a lot easier, but it makes a lot
more
sense.
Profitable. It's more ownership,
right? For you to be able to keep all of your money. So, whatever happens to Pooh Shiesty after this, he deserves it, because it's ridiculous what he did. Jennifer, what you thought of the story?
He is certainly in jail with no kind of bond right now. So he got out of jail just to go right back to jail, unfortunately. Auntie Robin says, which one of them daddies is on the stupid plot? It's actually Pooh Shiesty's daddy assisted him in this all alleged thing. Auntie Robin says robbery and kidnapping.
Jeez.
Auntie Robin says how you going to be on house arrest following a 3-year bid and then commit a crime allegedly? Maybe he likes being in congregate care, the penitentiary. Maybe he does enjoy that. But I think the funniest thing I saw on TikTok where somebody says, "Now Pooh Shiesty in jail and still under contract with Gucci Mane."
Okay, still, because that release don't mean shit.
Yeah, because it was under duress. We
Under
all knew it
duress.
was under duress.
Gun to the head. Oh,
Jesus.
take it. Weapon to the head.
Oh, child. Auntie Robin says, "Now I got a Google Gucci Man. I'm not familiar with him at all, child."
Go ahead and Google.
I know the reason why. It's a little bit younger, and also he's more of a Southern rapper.
Yeah.
And he's huge down here. But you do like a Gucci Man before and after. You'll understand, sis.
Okay.
Right.
Because that before, woo-wee!
The wonders a beard will do for a man, honey. The
Come on.
wonders a beard. That why you think I love me some Philly nigga? Okay, them beards be out there, honey.
Change
A
your whole
beard.
face.
And his wife helped him to get the weight off because he had like a beer belly.
Yeah, he did.
And they worked together, and he got right when he was out of jail. God bless her.
Mm-hmm.
She even flipped that man money. I think gave her $2 million or so, $2 million, and she flipped it and made it into multi-millions.
Wow.
With not drugs.
Okay.
But with makeup.
Because we ain't running these streets no more.
That's what we're not doing. She's a gem, and she assists him with his mental health as well.
Mm-hmm.
And people get on her for it. Like, no, this woman is being a great wife to her husband.
Right.
Shoot. Anyway, Miss Kim said, okay, she ain't stupid.
Come on.
Got that huge behind ring and them babies. Child, she just living life. Being demure, taking care of her husband. That's what any good woman would do, is take care. Especially when you see something great in somebody. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Going off a tangent. Miss Kim says, this story is really crazy, and I'm so lost on these new rap cats.
You ain't the only one, Miss Kim.
I bet Pooh Shiesty's music is trash. He apparently had a really great comeback when he got out of jail. He had a really great song a lot of people liked, but now he's back in jail, so I don't know how that's going to go. Miss Kim says, how do you get your parent to assist with the damn crime? Let me tell you, you don't want to know how? His parent raised him to do that in the first place.
Right.
Come on.
Both of his parents, his mother and father, they are still
taught him how to.
They're still with it.
Right. Clearly.
Apparently, clearly, because he went on the thing with him.
Child.
And
a grown man
in jail talking about it together.
Yes.
Probably planned it together.
No, they did. They did.
Jeez.
You have your father, a grown man, I'm sure about the age as Gucci Man. It just tells you there are many choices in life.
Right.
Some people don't make the best ones. And if you still stuck back there, because even gangsters, even real hard gangsters high up in the gangster field,
right,
they settle down eventually too.
They do.
Yeah.
Nobody keeps a young mentality all their life. Heck, nabbit. Auntie Robin says, yeah, I'm not into Southern rap. I'm from the home of hip hop. Yes, we know. Literally, my Bronx neighborhood, the literal house. They had the DJs and the MCs, and y'all were break dancing in front of the stoop.
Right.
That's an art in its purest form, absolutely. Hence my lack of familiarity with Trick Daddy. And I'm done.
So speaking of Trick Daddy, Trick Daddy was I was going to say invited, but I'd rather say he was hired to perform at an AKA Alpha Kappa Alpha conference. And the performance was cut short over what they call disrespect to the organization.
Do them air quotes again, Jonathan.
Disrespect And that's what it says in the story that I got from the shade room. Disrespect. That's how they put it. So that's how I'm gonna put it. To the organization. Me and mommy had a full conversation about this on our way to church this past Resurrection Sunday. There's so many questions that are here. Did they know who Trick Daddy was? Did Were they familiar with his music? Trick Daddy came out and did a video on Instagram or TikTok, one of those platforms, and said, they gave him a list of songs that they wanted him to perform. So I don't know if that list, had songs that may not have been possibly as vulgar as the songs that he ended up performing. But again, I'm not familiar with Trick Daddy's entire discography. Who am I to, judge what it is that they were expecting him to perform? But maybe they only knew of him from, Live in Hip Hop Miami. They were like, oh, well, he's a popular man. And he's just so happens to be an artist. We need an artist for this event. So let's go ahead and hire him. And I don't know. I don't know. But when you hire Trick Daddy, I'm thinking of, you don't know Nan that like me, like that. That's all I'm thinking of. And this is I'm not familiar with his music, but I wouldn't necessarily associate Trick Daddy with an organization like Alpha Kappa Alpha. Like I was shocked that they would even invite him to perform at an event that they are hosting, because they seem like opposites to me. They seem like they're not on the same page. They're not reading the same book. They're not. It's so confusing to me that they hired him to begin with. When you hire Trick Daddy, I'm expected to hear Trick Daddy, and Trick Daddy, like, with the AKA, I would expect them to hire maybe Patti LaBelle or Gladys Knight, or one of the old gals, who've been out here, Shaka Khan, who has nice wholesome music, music that you listened to back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But Trick Daddy, like,
Nice wholesome music.
wholesome music. That's what I would expect from the AKAs. This no shade to your sorors, Auntie Robin. Again, like I said earlier, I was nervous about even talking about this, but I don't think I'm being too mean to the AKAs. But it just shocked me. It just really shocked me that you hire this man, so he's going to do his music the way he does his music, and artists do not edit themselves unless they're on TV. So, if you outside of the television cameras, you're going to hear all the curse words, all of them, all the vulgarities, all of it. You're going to hear all of it. I saw videos of people walking out during the performance. It was, why did you hire him? What did you expect? This whole story just confuses me. So, Bianca, I'm sure you've heard of this story. What are your thoughts, and what questions do you have? Because I'm sure you got some.
My thoughts, I'm still trying to get it together over here. My
Okay.
thoughts are the same as yours. I don't understand what they expected when they hired him. And I just want to know who put him on the roster in the first place. Like,
Exactly.
where did he come from? I would be thinking like a Coco Jones or
Mm,
something of that nature. But for Trick Daddy to the AK down to the AKA event, now, come on. They are supposed to be, the pretty girls with their mirrors in their faces. I would
right.
have never thought that they would have associated or attached themselves to a performer like Trick Daddy. So, yeah, I'm just as confused as you are with that one. And
Right.
I just feel bad that that man got walked out on and all that, because all he knows is he was hired for a gig.
Right.
That's all he know, but I'm still confused as to why he was even on the roster to begin with.
For sure. Genesita, are you as confused as Bianca and I are?
Confusion is not the word.
Oh.
I think I'm more disappointed than anything, because we hope we do our homework. You know,
Right.
Right.
I did my Googles, and I Googled whether or not Joy Young is an active member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. A Joy Young is an active member, but Trick Daddy's still current wife, they never got divorced. Still wife is not an AKA. I actually found out she used to be a porn star.
Wow.
Not saying that
Hmm.
that wouldn't make her eligible to be one, possibly. I don't know. But just saying, I did not know that about her. Um,
During the
move
video, Trick Daddy did say that he knows AKAs. He has family members who are AKAs, so maybe that was his tie, but I still don't know.
you don't have to have a tie to be requested to perform though.
That's true. That's very true.
But yeah, I think the only person I know that knows Trick Daddy so well is Funky Dineva, and he was singing all the nasty songs that Trick Daddy has in his catalog.
I was going to say Arsenal.
Okay, but and what's even worse, I've seen plenty of videos of him performing. And every time I've seen it, I kept on scrolling because I'm like, no, thank you. It's not even the songs. It's just all the air humping he's doing and all that stuff. It's not cute. It's not attractive unto me. I know it's attractive to somebody, but not to me. It's not for me, and that's okay. And also, I be thinking like the event that you are having him to come to is where there's a lot of, seasoned AKAs there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Over the
Yeah.
age of 50 and 60. And I'm thinking like, why are we bringing a Trick Daddy into this space? Because it's not like he's going to sing that song Trick Love the Kids 20 times.
That's why I mentioned Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight and Shaka Khan, because I feel like that will be closer to their age group of the people who are actually attending.
The people that's actually spending the money, because let's be real, a lot of times the people that's really spending the money are the older folks, and they have more of the time. They're not necessarily working. Thank God they're able to retire happily and be able to join all of the opportunities to be with their sorority sisters and things of that nature. But I want to know who okayed this. Like, somebody need to get kicked off the planning committee.
Off the committee, that's right.
And
his name. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
His name is Trick Daddy.
Trick!
First of all, and he always announces that he is a part of the Eat a Booty Gang.
Okay.
So why is he at an event like this?
While the internet is available.
Right.
And in some locations, free.
Come on.
You can Google. Google is available. You can see performances just to make sure I'm making the right decision. Because Trick Daddy, it does sound a little, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. But
you can literally hear entire albums on YouTube and YouTube Music. Like, you can educate yourself before you put them on the roster.
And did y'all hear the rest of the who else is supposed to be there?
Who?
I think it was Trick Daddy. I know it was JT, but there was another Florida person.
I saw a video of Uncle Luke performing at an AKA event.
It was Trick Daddy, Luke, and JT.
Okay.
And as you can see, if you think about it, they're thinking, Florida theme, we have Florida people out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't just get people to, fit a motif. I'm gonna go to these comments real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a lot of them.
There's a whole heap. Oh, Auntie Robert says, I'm cracking up with you, Genesita. Miss Kim says they could not have been familiar with his music. But why would you, even if you're not, you have to fight some way to make sure, like, hey, I don't want this to be an awkward moment. What's going on over here with this Trick Daddy?
Right.
I don't think he has any non-vulgar songs. Auntie Robert says, my dearest line sister relocated to Florida a few years ago. From what she told me, those sorors down there are a pure D mess. I'm not surprised. Told you I live in reality. Jeez,
okay.
Louise.
Yikes.
That is a yikes. Miss Kim says, you don't Nan was my song. I'm not proud of that. It's a great song.
It is, especially
hype you
Trina's
up.
part. You don't know now how.
That's exactly what I be thinking immediately. You don't know now how
Okay.
that been the places I've been. Done spend the grands that I
5, 6
spend.
best friends. You don't know.
I should know this. I should know it. Just like I
And
can do Kaya whole lick it. Oh, that whole
Oh,
song. Make my bed.
I mean, who don't know those lyrics?
Cause
Okay.
first you gotta put your neck into it.
Hey,
Don't stop. Just do it. Do it. I knew that whole song, and I guess I heard it so much. It's like, wow, why do I know all of these words?
Did you know the
That was
edited
the
version or the
song.
explicit version?
I think I knew the edited version because I
Okay.
was mostly watching YouTube not YouTube videos but music videos.
Okay, gotcha.
But that song was great.
Mm.
Auntie Robin said, is it true that Trick Daddy's wife is an AKA? No, she's not. But there is a Joy Young that is an AKA, but that's not her. Auntie Robin says, see, up north, we do things differently. Folks like Charlie Wilson. Yeah.
Yes, Charlie
Yes.
Wilson.
Real. You know what? It shouldn't have let them young people take over. That's what they did.
Right.
Right.
Because they weren't thinking of, but still, even if you're young, you still should be able to think about the elders that's going to be there. You know how when they come together, it's mostly the seasoned girls coming. Why
Who's gonna
you
be
go?
in the room? Think of that.
I wouldn't even wanted him to perform at my graduation, and I was 18.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Right.
Miss Kim says Brandy is an honorary AKA. Why didn't they call her?
Right.
She busy promoting the book right now.
Oh yeah, she is.
She might not be available. Miss Auntie Kim, child. Auntie Robin says, Miss Kim, don't get me started. I have issues with some honorary member choices.
Ooh.
Mm,
Ooh wee.
mm. You know how many members drop it low and spread it wide? They need to be corn stars and get paid. Ho ho hoes.
Yikes.
Oh.
Auntie
Auntie
Robin
Robin
calling
on
it
the
out,
roll.
honey.
She on the roll.
Okay. Call her butter.
Call her butter. Call her jelly.
Yes.
Auntie Robin said, I told you I live in reality. Yeah, because not everybody's going to be what you want it to be.
And we
Or what you would
appreciate
hope
that.
it was.
We appreciate that
never.
about you, Auntie Robin.
Auntie Robin says, Lord, I wonder how my 105-year-old Sora would have reacted. Child, she might have. I think she would have left.
Probably.
Uncle Luke, yeah. It was Uncle Luke that
Right.
came. But I love Scarred. Kept they coming. Kept they coming.
Hey.
Oh, all right now. Oh, Miss Kim says, not the JT. Yes, honey. One half of the City Girls. Twerking Lady is my song.
Ow.
Can y'all imagine them folks, them older ladies in there? This time for the twerking ladies.
Hey.
They would have been like, the what? The what?
Excuse me? Twerking who?
Child.
Child.
Believe it or not, our hour is up, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
We had so much fun.
We did. It went by super quick, super quick. So Bianca, why don't you share with the good old folks your social media contacts real quick?
Don't do it too fast.
Okay. Y'all, my social media is Bianca Edwards everywhere, okay? Bianca Edwards.
Genesita, your turn.
I'm Prophetic Fire Reiki, y'all. Join me every single Monday at 8 p.m. on my channel, Prophetic Fire Reiki. Just go ahead and type it up and you'll find it very quickly. And I'm also on TikTok and Instagram with Prophetic Fire Reiki as well.
Be sure to join us every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. with Faithful Warrior Ministries. We go live every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. to read a devotional, do a little bit of chit chat, and of course, pray as always. So please be sure to join us every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. You guys can follow me. Oh, and find us on YouTube, Faithful Warrior Ministries. Look us up on YouTube. We should be the first one to pop up. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHANLEE07. Be sure to join me every Monday for my 90 Day Fiancé review at 6 p.m. every single Monday. Be sure to be on the lookout for my posted videos, my recorded videos, typically on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I think that's all I got for y'all tonight. So thank y'all so much for joining us. I appreciate all of you being down in the comments. The comments are my favorite part of my show. You guys know that, Jennifer.
Auntie Robert says, but my 105-year-old Sora knows all the dances. I wonder if she twerks.
That's a good question.
Hey, you only got one life to live. Twerk it out.
Oh, might as well. Okay.
Honest.
Well, but anyways, I'm so glad that you guys have decided to spend your 8 p.m. hour this Thursday night, April 9th, with moi, Genesita, and Bianca. So I appreciate you, and I feel privileged that you decided to spend this hour with us. So be sure to join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until then, we'll say bye for now. Y'all have a safe and wonderful weekend. Love you guys.
Yeah.